Kirito was quivering in his boots at the sight of that death gun in this episode. I was like, Kirito, calm down, bro. It's just a game. So with this week's episode, we go through the qualifiers of the BOB, and we get a little bit of different matches, and kind of at the same time, we also get a flashback within it to Aincrad, kind of adding more to the mystery of who Death Gun may be because of the tattoo that we saw last week, and just Kirito kind of trying to think about who this could be, and why would he be doing this, you know, killing people, and even knowing who he is. And with this episode, it pretty much was sparking some fear into Kirito. He was like, holy shit, it almost feels like Aincrad all over again. To be honest with you, it looks as though he thrives off of being in the face of danger, because from the moment that Death Gun appeared and, like, you know, told him that thing, it was kind of like he just became a monster. Everyone he fought, no one had a chance, and it was like, it really gave him a boost to be able to fuck people up even that much more harder, because it's like, okay, this is a true threat. I can't lose my life in here. I need to go full throttle. And a lot of this episode was just action, Kirito messing people up, and then we get to the finals with him and Sinon about to go at it. And most of this episode was flashback and action, and the action that we did get was pretty awesome. I mean, Kirito was just slicing people up left and right. He just became ruthless after that encounter with Death Gun. I mean, it really motivated him. But then he goes to the finals with Sinon. And I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit 50-50 with this one, because it was like, it's cool to see that fight, because that fight looked absolutely amazingly awesome with the animation. Everything about it just looked sick. And of course, you know, the stereotypical I slice bullets because I'm epic as fuck, it was in there. But I was like, oh, it's cool, and it looks awesome, and we did get some progression. I mean, at the end of the day, we finished the qualifiers with this episode, but I was a little bit like, oh, I really wanted to see Sinon dominate. I think that this match should have been held off a little bit longer, because this is a match that I think a lot of us already were interested in seeing, and ultimately, it was kind of like, we got it really quick. I mean, this is episode 6, and we already got both of them faced off. And Sinon was a bit rattled in this episode as well. And I think that that's one thing that attributed to her losing to Kirito, because she was just like firing off crazily, like, hey, what's going on? Because Kirito was basically trying to give her the match. With Kirito, that was a fucking dick move when he started off. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, whatever, it's a game, I'll let her go. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, come on. In a way, it was kind of like, at first he was like, you know, oh yeah, I'm giving up, but it almost felt like a ploy in a way. I mean, I know it wasn't, but it felt like a ploy, like, yeah, I'm going to get her into a close range thing so I could quickly get her. It's like, he should have played fair from the beginning to see if Sinon wouldn't get rattled up, and ultimately if he would have lost fairly from the get-go, where she had the opportunity to hide, and he couldn't have done shit. So, I was a little bit like, ah, Kirito, you ended up getting your way, but hopefully, if they ever do face off again, she'll fuck him up. Because personally, I don't want Sinon to be relegated to one of Kirito's side holes like Sugu and Asuna. It's like, Sinon is my favorite character of all of SAO thus far. It's only been 6 episodes, and she's hands down my favorite and probably one of the best characters in all of SAO. And I would hate for after this match, from her getting rattled up and everything and meeting Kirito and really going at it with him, for her to just be like, oh, Kirito, you dreamy, and just be a damsel in distress. That would just be really shitty. So I'm really hoping that after this episode, her character doesn't really change, because ultimately, I really like this character, and I think this character is pretty fucking awesome. And as a whole, this episode, it was a good episode. We got a little bit more of the inklings of Aincrad and a story that we never got to see, and I'm imagining that it did happen in the light novels, and they probably skipped out on some of this content, because, let's face it, you know, they squeezed in a ton of light novels into the first 12 episodes of SAO, so that's probably something that did happen, I'd imagine, and they're just showing it to us now, because, well, you know, the first one skipped out on everything. But ultimately, it was a good episode. I'm going to give this one 7.5 out of 10. I was a little bit disappointed because I really wanted to see Sinon own. But then again, that's more of a favoritism that I have towards the character. Because, I mean, 6 episodes and she's already my favorite of all of SAO. So that speaks volumes about the character. And to see her lose, it's like, Kirito, you motherfucker. That super Kirito shit. Next time they face, I really want to see Sinon put a bullet in that motherfucker. I'm just saying, like, why Sinon had to lose. And I mean, we went through these qualifiers pretty quick, so I'm interested how the entire season is going to go, because we got like 24 episodes and we've already done this much in 6 episodes. I'm curious to see where's the story going to go. Is it going to reside completely in this tournament, or maybe at the halfway mark they'll finish up the tournament? I'm curious to see how it's going to go, because this kind of like blazed through the qualifiers with this week's episode. So I'm looking forward to seeing where the story's going to go and the setting and everything. But ultimately, good episode again, 7.5 out of 10. I just really wanted Sinon to win because I really like Sinon. Let me know what you thought. First of all, did you call BS on him winning? What did you think about that final fight that they had in the qualifiers, the two of them? And what do you think about the identity of Death Gun? At this particular point, I'm pretty sure I know who it is, so I'm kind of not really going to pass off theories. I'm like 95% sure that I know who Death Gun is at this particular point. But overall, still interesting to see, like, he's popping up and in and out, and I really want to know what this person's connection could be to Aincrad, if any, or if he's just fucking with Kirito. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.